Hello, and welcome to Killer Reads. This is Tales from the Crypt, an easy comic archive, and that's what we're going to read today. This is Volume 1, and our story tonight is The Corpse Nobody Knew. If you have this copy, or if you have this book, please read along. Okay, so our story starts. Private Detective Jack Walker decides to escape from the turmoil of his life, of his office and home by taking his wife to a small family hotel, in which he is certain that he cannot be reached. But if he walks head on into trouble when he enters room 608, which contains the corpse nobody knew. The lobby of the Majestic Hotel. Here's the room key, sir. Room 608. I'll have a bellhop. No need. Thanks. Just the same, me and the wife will just skin up to the room ourselves. No bother, no fuss. Made it. A phony name at the desk. Now the office will never be able to find me. You just stretch out on the bed, Jack, while I hang a couple of dresses in the closet. It won't take a second. Eee! What's up, honey? Find a skeleton in the closet or something? No, nope, it's not a gag, but some of the boys in the office, this is a real big as life corpse. Only there's no life in it. Funny, no identifying marks on it. Head's been smashed in, so it's unrecognizable. Fingerprints burn off with acid. All the labels snipped off the clothing. This is a real unknown cadaver. I'll run downstairs to let the hotel manager know and to call the law. You stay here. Make sure nobody tampers with anything. Sure, Jack. I won't let it get out of my sight. Better call the police. There's something up in the room 608 that they'll be anxious to see. Excuse me, sir. I couldn't help overhearing you. I'm Riker, detective here at the Majestic. If there's anything on your mind, it's not on my mind, it's on my floor. A body. I know what that means. I'm a private detective myself. Matter, eh? That's bad. You better call the police, Shannon. Don't you think we better call the hotel manager too? I mean, right here in his hotel? Easier said than done. Easier said than done. He's not around. Said he had to leave rather suddenly. Out of town trip. Be back in a day or so. Been acting rather funny lately. Follow me? Just a hunch of mine. Think maybe he startled out. Just a hunch of mine. Think he maybe startled out to commit a little innocent larceny here in the hotel vault. And things went wrong. The place to begin turned upside down. The place has been turned upside down. Yep, just as I thought. The place had been robbed by none other than Paul Winslow, the manager of the Majestic Hotel. Now we got something to tell the police. Lucky thing is, I happened to learn that Winslow was planning to leave town. Even know what plan he plans to take. The cops will love me for it. The commissioner may even kiss you. Police, this is Bill Riker, detective over at the Majestic. About that identified murder victim. Here's a clue. Paul Winslow, manager of the hotel, planned to take the 2:30 plane this afternoon to Chicago rather suddenly, too. The ponderous machinery, which deals with the law and order, begin to function immediately. Calling squad cars, 11 to 13. 11 to 13. Visit all airline offices in town. Get information on a Paul Winslow, supposed to have left the plane at 2:30. Urgent! The same moment, up in 608. Hope Jack gets back soon. I don't like to be left alone like this. Awfully warm in here. I better open the window. Jack doesn't want me to stray out of the room, so I have to make the best of it. Ugh, this window is so solid. I wonder if I couldn't budge the window if someone jammed the pieces of paper into the frame. Say, maybe this will give me some clue to the identity of the guy there on the floor. Why, this is a receipt from the Streetwalker Camera Company. One of these photos, their cameramen take all over the city. You bring in a receipt and they develop the picture without corresponding to the number on the receipt they hand you. Here comes Jack with someone who looks like a cop. I'll sashay down to that photo outfit, get a picture developed. That may tell us who the victim is. 5 blocks away, and 5 minutes later. I'd like to have this developed. You bet, ma'am. Have it in a jiffy. Just grab a seat. It won't take long. Here it is, lady. All developed and printed. It's be clear as a crystal. Lucky camera that took it had been turned in. Lucky the camera that took it had been turned in for the day. Otherwise, you might have had it for a while. Yes, just hand it over. No one I know, but maybe it'll shit my stomach. Maybe it'll help Jack or the police. Maybe it'll help Jack or the police. Oh, shit. Maybe it'll help Jack or the police find out. I need a reposition. Maybe it'll help Jack or the police find out who that is there on the floor. Maybe this is the clue that smashes the case. While back at the Majestic Hotel, scoured every inch of the room, went over the body and clothing with a fine-tooth comb. Not a clue as to who it is, and the body has been badly battered. Probably the guy's own mother wouldn't recognize him. Excuse me, Captain Hall. I don't like to butt in on this police, but maybe this will help. Since the safe was rifled, and only Winslow knew the combination. This man has been killed because he saw Winslow in the act of robbery. Captain Hall, there's that info on the airplanes you wanted. Just came into the nearest station house over the ticker. Never mind. The long story, what's the down low? He signed into the Transnation Airlines at 2:30 or so, bought a ticket to the 2:35 plane into Chicago, registered as Paul Winslow of the city. No check yet onto whether he actually got on the plane. I guess you all overheard that delicate stage whisper of my assistant's. It was so quiet in here you can hear an eavesdrop. If Winslow is on that plane, he'll be picked up as soon as it lands. Until then, we'll just wait. Seems like an open and shut case to me. Even though no one's asking my opinion. Maybe. What is this, awake? Where have you been, my fine feather-braided friend? And what is that you got in your hand? Something I thought might help clear the case. A little bit of evidence that the murderer may have thought before he had destroyed, before he fled. Stop babbling, give it here. Might clear the mystery and makes an open and shut case. Just look at it, Captain Hall, and then tell me if Riker doesn't have all the steps down pat. Sure does make Riker's story seem conclusive. Guess this blows the case wide open. Mr. Riker, have you ever thought of joining the law? Well, to tell the truth, hey, what is the meaning of this? It means we're holding you for the murder of this man on the floor, whoever he is. I think Mr. Walker here can explain. You made your first mistake, Riker. You told us that Winslow was the only one who knew that combination to the safe, and yet you yourself let me in it. And then that photo, which proves that you tried to make it look like Winslow had left town, that did it. I have a hunch that you'll find the corpse is Paul Winslow, Captain Hall. I have a hunch that you'll find the corpse is Paul Winslow, Captain Hall, and that Riker's explanation of the crime was perfect, substituting his name for Winslow's. Come on, Minnie, let's get back home where it's peaceful. I hope you enjoyed this section of the Tales from the Crypt EC Archives. Tune in for more stories. Please hit that subscribe button if this is a show that you like. Please let me know, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks for joining us.